Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, to my quantum field. This is a very important video. This video potentially can completely change your life and understanding of why you're here, and especially if you are Jewish, you're born to Jewish family, and if you're anti-Semite or you're challenging Jewish people, and you have it's absolutely your right, and I'm going to tell you why you are so important to the occasion. And if you're not Jew, not anti-Semite, it's this video for everyone. Now, I was thinking about for a long time, especially I see what's happening right now in the world, and I'm just going to quickly mention, according to this metrics, because everything what I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to explain to you from the understanding of this metrics, because I'm someone who studied for many years, over 35 years. I study Kabbalah, Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism. I study Islam. As I became a Kabbalistic Babylonian astrologer with Sidereal system, study Sefer Yetzirah, book of creation, book of formation. So I have some knowledge. Now, the good news for you, you came to my quantum field. You came to the quantum field of free soul. I'm going to right away announce that, because every time when you go into quantum field of people who spread so much misinformation, so much hatred for no reason, and they have no idea who they are while they're telling you who somebody else or who you should be and how you should think, you become even more slave, but much deeper slave, because this type of misinformation taking you back many lifetimes. And believe me, you want to hear my message for all. Everyone should hear this message. I believe this, no one in the world gonna put this information like I did right now. I admit maybe it's not sounds so humble. I don't care. I will tell you why I don't care, because I see what's happening here and how most of you walking blind, dumb avatars who don't even know who they are, who taking yourself even deeper with everything, with religiosity, the way how you judge each other, the way how you see things. Of course, those of you who awaken a little bit, this information definitely gonna take you to few steps up if you allow it. Now, anyone who come right now and gonna get this, receive this information, you need different type of focus. If you really want to get maximum from the wisdom I'm going to share with you, please stay focused. And if you can, please don't think about what you already know, what you believe. In order for you to appreciate what I'm going to pull together, you need to little bit empty your vessel. Now, by end of this video, I'm actually asking you not to trust me in whatever I'm saying. I encourage you to study, to start to use your own critical thinking, start to activate your intuition, which is one of the most important tools you was given, more than your brain. Your brain is not you. You probably heard this from so many places, but let me tell you in a nutshell. It's a tool. It's engine, different engine, because your heart is not just engine. Your heart directly work with your intuition. Your body, the way how it sense, never lie. Your mind lie all the time. Your eyes, your mouth, your nose, your ears, everything was given to you to distract you, to give you all the light of this limited reality, of this linear flat time when you cannot see anything between. Only few souls had opportunity, and even them, because they don't have enough knowledge, they try to put things together, and many times misleading you as well. But this is the process, but at least they're doing something. Now, every time when we receive information, we allow ourselves, our avatar, to add more to our program. So please remember, I'm taking responsibility. Whatever I'm going to share with you, I wish somebody would share with me. Because I came from, initially, I didn't born in a religious family, but I always seek for spirituality. If you know my story in the previous mini videos I said, I'm going to make probably one video. I'm going to tell you, my ancestral lineage as well more, because my mom's side, she came from, everyone was Jewish, and she came from 7th generation of rabbis. It came from the Karlin family and Kanevksy. And my father's side, his grandmom Jewish, but I have Ukrainian, a very strong ancestral lineage from my father's side. And my grandfather was Estonian, from island Saaremaa. So I have a mix. Okay, I have in my avatar, my body get mixed ancestral lineages. I have a very strong Jewish lineage, like I said. It came from critical thinker, philosophers. We had my uncle from my grandfather's side was really known Kabbalist. My father's side, on Ukrainian side, my grandfather was Ataman. And I'm going to make a separate video. So I'm not ordinary, so to say, human being. Okay, and it's took me really, really many years to come to the place of claim my soul and my own freedom. It wasn't easy, but from the moment I born, I was always asked questions. And I was really lucky because I came in a family where I was always required to quit critical thinking. With the conversation, even with my father, I was never could use, he says, but she thinking. I was always asked, what do you think? How do you feel? What do you see? So in that sense, my foundation helped me, even though I went through so many different struggles in my life, and I had to, especially when you leave community, it's all what you knew for so many years. It was another journey. You need to die and reborn, die and reborn. I went through all of that. So for me, death do not represent what represent for many people. You can physically be alive, but to be completely dead. Look at around. So walking dead, because people don't really activate the critical thinking. They so follow anyone who will say something, then it will activate the spark of excitement, and you have opportunity to justify your hatred for another person. So the Jews and anti-Semite, they like a brother and sister, you should know, because the Jews really came here to show the world what really spirituality, the final redemption. And anti-Semite, without even knowing, came here with the program. Then when Jews do not do their work, the program will be activated to hate them and to give them resistance and to give them hard time and even to kill them, diminish them in a sense of they feel so uncomfortable, then they become again so little in order again to wake up and to understand what is the whole thing about from the pain and suffering. It says in our old books, we're going to come to the time where the mother's going to eat the children. But I'm going to tell you today a couple secrets. If you really allowed yourself, you will stay focused. We can change this reality completely. Now, I put here artwork. This morning, I wake up a little bit angry. No, I said to myself, oh my God, because I have so many friends, students send me so many videos. I can't even watch this anymore about everything what's happening in antisemitism. I'm going to tell you guys who you are, all of you. So hopefully you will allow yourself to see completely different picture what's really happening here, because you need to ask yourself why this matrix every 85 years from the moment of existence when we receive Torah and when the tribes partially enter to Israel, from that moment the clock start every 85 years. The resistance activated of antisemitism. It's a part of this reality, but this can be changed. Let me tell you how. Okay, I'm going to show you quickly. Some of you who study Kabbalah or study some esoteric knowledge, you know what it represents. It's called Tree of Life. Okay, now this world where we live, I'm going to hide it right now. I'm going to show you over here. Now, Keter, let me quickly explain, because the secret is here. We're going to understand what is really electricity. Why electricity? If you understand electricity, you understand spirituality. When you understand electricity, your quantum field going to work for you. When you understand quantum field, you become the creator in this reality, because we all little sparks from the ocean, and the ocean cannot exist without us. So you will tell me how you call yourself creator or part of the creation. It's up to you. It's really not important. What's important is your thoughts, it's your behavior, and how much you understand the importance to activate the center column energy. I'm going to give you right now a class. The whole secret of this dimension, 101. I don't know how long it will take, but believe me, it's worth your time. I put together many lifetimes to come to the place where I am right now. And every time I study, I never let knowledge just stay knowledge. I always transform whatever I study to wisdom, and I always put through my intuition. Everything what I'm going to tell you is when I put together, it's like astrologer or like a trader. When you look at the charts, you don't just look at one point. You need to put everything together. Then you need to understand the weather, how the people feel, what's happening, whole thing. And this is what we hear right now. Keter. Keter, it's a crown. We have a Chokhmah, represent a right brain. We have a Binah, represent a left brain. Both come, this is plus, it's male, minus female. Now, Binah, very important. Binah, it's responsible for our intuition. When you really remove a lot of noise and you really start to channel, the best place to channel, it's only from Binah in this limited reality. Again, remember, we're having right now a conversation regarding this matrix, okay? When we're gonna eventually, I'm gonna make classes outside the matrix, it's gonna be different conversations. But because you're all stuck here, you like walking dumb avatars, have no idea who you are, while you think you know who somebody else should be. This is like a vicious cycle. So if you want to come to the place when mother's gonna eat the children, no problem, but we can change that. Let me tell you. Because we're not just one, even the pen I'm holding, it's part of me. Me actually not exist. We're right now in a dream. In one of the prayers, if some of you come from more observant background and you know what is the Birkat Hamazon, in the Birkat Hamazon, when we finish our prayers after the food, we have a longer prayer than any other religion. After food, it says in the Birkat Hamazon, and then, Ayinu kecholmim. And we were dreamers, right? It says in okay. It just very sad how dumb we are, how we allowed all these metrics really manipulate us and turn each other against each other, which is really, it's not going to serve you. It's going to take you even more down. And somebody, you need to ask somebody to benefit from it. Somebody sucking this energy, the energy of separation, of hatred, of all the killing, who benefit from it? What kind of higher beings there welcoming you every time when you leave this body and convince you with all the guilt nonsense, then you need to come back here again and again, and removing all your memory from you, and you're dumb, you believe everything. You're the creator. You need to come to the upper level, like you own everything in a good way, not from the place of ego, from the place of total love and awareness. No being can tell you what to do. When they know what you know, according to your vibration of your achievement, you don't even need to go to the places. You can go right away to absolute. But you cannot go anywhere if you're going to continue the way you are now. You're going to come there, you get lost, and they're going to tell you, they're going to give you like some time to breathe. There's a beautiful castles and houses and whatever you want. But let me show you what's possible, okay? Okay, so what we have here. Let's come back here. Now let's go over here. Now we have a chesed. Chesed, it's represent plus. And it's represent Abraham. When Abraham born and he starts practice spirituality and he starts to create energy of unconditional love, the plus was activated. The energy in this matrix activated energy of plus. After when Abraham had Isaac, Yitzhak, again, it's all the names, all the system is just program. Just listen to me. The Isaac, by the way, Chesed represent Christianity, Gvura represent Islam, and Isaac represent minus. Okay, just listen. Just stay with me. You'll understand where I'm going with all of this. Now, what is the Tiferet? Tiferet is central core energy. What about Jews? Where are the Jews in all this salad? Jews born. What is to born Jew? In order to be allowed by high beings to born here in a Jewish mother, you need to go millions incarnations. You need to come to the place where you already understood almost everything. And then when you go, they tell you, oh, you earned to be Jew. But now you need to come back. It's going to be so many antisemitism. We're going to take all the memory from you. We're going to give you such intense energy. We're going to give you plus and minus. You didn't know what to do with that. So everyone will hate you. But remember, you came here to activate the central core energy, Tiferet. Now, what is the Tiferet? Tiferet represents Yaakov, Jacob. Now, quick story, right? Jacob, Jacob received second name. He received second name, Israel. Now, Israel, how you receive Israel? What is the Israel? Do you need to be Jew to become Israel? No. Do you become Israel because you're born Jew? No. Not every Jew who born Jew become Israel. For that, Jew need to total balance left and right column energy in order to activate Tiferet. Now, what Yaakov did, Yaakov went through so many struggles. Every time he was patient, every time he was balanced. When he met the minister of other side, which is came from Esau, his brother. Now Esau represent Islam, right? Esau, one of the founders of energetical force of Islam, resistance. Now, when Esau was meeting Yaakov, supposed to be, Yaakov was preparing. There's a lot of books about it, stories when he was preparing for the meeting, how humble he was, how many presents he bring. There's a lot of secrets there right away, how you should build your business on that secret of Yaakov, which is King Solomon completely built his understanding from the Yaakov. And King Solomon came from King David, Malchut. We live well there, right? Now, Yaakov. Why Yaakov so important? And all 12 tribes came from Yaakov. Why? Because you needed to balance soul in order to bring to this world the 12 energetical forces in order, right? We have 12 signs of zodiac, we have 12, we have a lot of 12. We're not going to go there. You can hear this information from so many different forces and sources. Now, when Yaakov was fighting the angel Satan, which came to represent Esau, and when he won the fight, right? Even though Satan bite his menashe, bite his sciatic nerve, when Yaakov was wrestled with this no-name thing, he told Yaakov, from this moment, your name Israel. Now, Israel, it's not just any other name, right? Each letter connect to the first letter of the name of each righteous who achieve certain heights and on this energy, right? So Israel, youth, right? We have Yaakov, we have Leah there, we have Israel. So Israel, it's not just any word. Israel, it's a central column energy, is a total balance. And in order, for example, if you're not born in Jewish family, according to the Zohar and according to the Rav Ashlag, who did Balei Sulam translation of the Zohar, each soul who born here as a human need to go to become Israel, is the final destination. So each of you eventually will become Jew. Or if you're not going to become Jew, you need to jump right away to become Israel. How you become? You activate in central column energy. You really become such a high energetically and loving and forgiving to yourself first, then you cannot be different to anyone else. This is the first step. That's why it says you can love your neighbor like yourself, but if you're shitty to yourself, who needs your love, right? So you need to understand something. We're all dumb. We almost doomed here, especially when we're talking about religious, what's done with spirituality, because the Judaism was never meant to be religion. It's a pure spirituality. The all 613 laws we have, which is represent our ligaments and represent our part of our bodies, it was given to any human who want to activate central column energy. But we all here in such a trap. But let me just bring a little bit of light, a little bit for you to understanding how the electricity works. Because without for you to understand how electricity works, therefore, how the quantum field going to be balanced with you, there's nothing for you to you're going to be pain and suffering until something really, really bad can happen here. Then everyone will be wiped out again and again and again. Now, we came to the place right now in our time where each of us, everything what comes from our mouth, it's right away create a very strong energetical force more than ever, because everything more tense right now. Even though what we live right now is the only dimension called Malchut, where it's contain time, all other dimension have no time. Everything exists at the same time. Now, for what's happened with anti-Semite? Anti-Semite activate the energy of left column energy because they feel lack. They don't feel mercy comes from Jews. Why? Because Jews supposed to activate central column energy. When Jewish, whoever born here a Jewish mother, and born already with left and right column energy. It's intense. Believe me, it's not easy. You don't understand. When you really understand what I'm telling you right now, we're all one. You see this pen, it's me, everything. The glass I'm drinking water, the water, everything, you and I, we're one soul. It's just problem because of the static, because of so much misinformation, hatred for no reason. We're creating right now a lot of wars. Because according to the Holy Zohar, Book of Splendor, 97% of people die from evil speech, misinformation. Let me repeat again. 97% of people die from misinformation, from evil speech. And if you add into this fire, make no mistake, it will take you much, much longer. And you're not doing yourself a favor at all. So what's happened with Jews? When Jew not doing his work, the other souls don't even know why they hate you. But it's part of the program. The only two realities here right now, it's reality of plus and minus. If plus and minus didn't know how to coexist together, love each other, accept each other, not change each other. And I don't even need to, so to say, to agree with you at all, but at least to accept and to respect. This is when the central column energy. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to become right. Christians do not need to become Muslims. Muslims do not become Christians. Each of you can exist and live while respect and accept each other to activate our God magic. And what is the example for everyone? The Jews. And the Jew came here. He has a free ticket to become Israelite right away as soon he's activating central column energy. Even though, and for Christians and for Muslims, I'm just explaining to you what says in ancient Kabbalistic books. This is why Kabbalists always had a hard time with religious community. You understand? Within the Jewish community, there's so many different layers of so many things. But in a nutshell, you need to hear me. If we're not change, if we're not going to be not just more kind to other people, it's even more than kind, like really righteous, balanced people. Imagine you have Jewish people walking in your streets. They represent house of King David in potential. But if a Jew not practice spirituality, if a Jew overdo with sexuality, with money and other things, it's multiplied million times more than if it's not Jew, because you came with the two energetical forces. You came with plus and minus. Understand? You came here to represent central column energy, to be the example for the whole entire world. This is how it's important. You know, I can't put everything right now here in video. There's so many things. I'm going to continue with these videos. I want to educate you. I want to bring to you this, maybe a little bit sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple. I'm here to simplify it for you, everything what I know. Because Satan, whatever you believe in, which is I don't believe, but because you guys believe in so many, because you're activating these energies, in order for you to be really king and queen here, you need to start to behave like one. Don't wait for somebody else. You didn't came here to change anyone. You came here to understand who you are. You came here to introduce you to you. And the most important thing, to constantly looking for balance. No matter what's happened, you wake up in the morning, you want to open your phone, you're already preparing yourself how many emails you have or whatever. No, you balance. Right away, before you open your phone, do something else for yourself. Do meditation, go drink water. Take a moment when you drink water. Just be with you. Just love you. Without you knowing who you can never can be happy and balance here. Because if each of us will mind our own business, instead to check on everyone how he needs to be, what kind of clothes he needs to wear, who he needs to be with, everyone playing judges here, you will have no peace. It's going to be war after war. You know, the Torah is it's considered tree of life, life organism. It has nothing to do with the Bible. I don't even like to use this word because it came from the letters Bet Lamed Bilbul. Whatever it's been rereading, really initially the Torah, when Torah came, it says the Torah was exist before the earth was exist. The Torah came just to talk to the Creator and ask questions, right? And Torah represent female energy, right? In the Torah, remember, Torah start with letter. What is this? What is the heart in Hebrew? Lev. It's represented with two letters, Lamed Bet. Numerology 32. The first letter of Torah start with Bet. Bracha, Bereshit, Bara, create, and the last letter, Lamed. Together, those letters represent a heart when you switch the order. And what is the numerology? 32. The Etz Chaim numerology, 32. We have a 10 Sfirot and 22 Hebrew alphabet, which was given as a vibration. The whole atom structure, everything create, and the kashrut as well, because the kashrut built on plus and minus, by the way. I can ask any Jew, most of them have no idea what I'm talking about, why we even keep kosher, right? Very quickly. Kosher 101. Milk represent minus. Chesed, milk represented meat, minus and plus. We don't eat minus and plus together. It's like in your electrical plug, you will create short circuit by putting together plus and minus. But what do you have? You have a filament, right? So this filament, this is the central column energy. What is the kashrut? Why do we need 6 hours? 6 hours is a filament. I'm talking about this creation. I'm talking about this reality. You don't even need to be Jew to keep kosher. It's another misleading, because person who really want to activate central column energy, he will stop to eat meat, which is being killed with pain and suffering and adrenaline. You're gonna get program of the animal. Why do you think a lot of Jews they don't really have idea what's really happening when the kashrut? Only really people who learned, because what's happening when the meat, when the for example, specific kosher animal was been cut, the animal not even supposed to know it's going to happen. And the shochet, whoever the person who responsible, who gets special education for it, saying special prayer, and the Zohar says, when the cuts happen in the artery on the throat, with a special prayer, the soul going through the left column energy of the cheek and going in the upper level and potentially come to the human body. Just giving you very quick another information. Now, and then this meat going for many hours in salt, right? Because salt has a power to remove program from the animal. So then this meat become kosher, right? First, the way how it's been killed. Then it's going to the salt. And only then it can be eaten, right? Now, what's happened with person who really want to achieve and start to eat meat? By the way, this whole other conversation, I was vegan and vegetarian over 15, 20 years, and I mainly eat meat now. It's like, it's helped me tremendously. So this whole process, when you evolve, when you really connect with yourself, you don't listen to anyone. You really listen to your body. You really listen to your essence. So everything, it's electricity. You understand? Kashrut, it's electricity. Spirituality, it's electricity. Sex, it's electricity. To grow your child, it's electricity. It's all about right, left, balance. Left, left, balance. Understand? You want to eat. You're so excited about the food. I see the plate. Be balanced. Put a little bit less. Have a little bit desire for more. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't go too much on fulfillment. When you see sadness come, don't let the sadness go too far. Connect to the bigger picture. See what's happened. Grow spiritually. It's really, really important. You said it's everything electricity. All the spirituality in a nutshell. Now, it says when soul leaves this dimension, the first thing it's considered to come back to this reality, to Malchut, to the world we live, this line begging to receive Jewish mother, because to come here through the Jewish mother, it's considered the highest level of achievement for the soul, because you receive both energetical forces. You need to activate Tiferet. But what's happening? It's a big vessels. When this vessel don't receive spirituality, don't know how to speak, how to make a business, exclude yourself from other communities. It's almost this whole matrix was created just to create the war, if you think about it. Now, while I told you the essence and secrets of this matrix, it doesn't mean that you need to be in a matrix, but in order for you to come out, step out from the matrix, you need to know what you're dealing with, at least. You understand? So whatever, it's actually everything in the books, every 85 years, the antisemitism activated in this reality, in this matrix, because this is the plan of this matrix, because what's happening, it's all energy. All energy, the quantum field is soon quantum field, get lack of spirituality from the Jewish nation, and there's no activation of the central column energy. This ball of energy going to all the souls who came here with the program to be anti-Semite. They sometimes, many times you ask them, they don't even tell you why they hate you. It's just the energy, because on the soul level, they know we're not doing our job. Listen to me, everyone. Please share this video. Share this video just for people to start to think a little bit differently. Start to take responsibility. Introduce yourself to yourself. Love yourself. Give yourself the whole world. Don't stuck in somebody idea who you are and what you want to be. And by the way, all of you who watching me, you don't need to born Jew to become Tiferet, to become Israel. You understand? It's just a little bit for you. You need to discover a little bit more, but how much light you're going to reveal. It says, the converts, for example, people who want to convert to Judaism. Why Jews, you never see anyone to convince you or tell you, come, become Jew. No, it's everything very close, explicit. You really need to earn. But when you, and it's very special souls, by the way. But again, come out when each time I'm talking about this matrix, I don't longer operate with this matrix, but I'm brings to the occasion because you all live in this. You're lost like a dumb, stupid avatars walking. The soul cannot even penetrate, reach inside of you, because every time when you turn on some YouTuber who even dumber, who really introduced to you how better hate somebody, and you Jews, instead to constantly, complain and use the Holocaust as a victim. Who created the Holocaust? Who didn't want to bring the Zohar to Europe? Why the rabbis didn't want to bring spirituality? Only few. Who brought this? My family went through so much. So many people. I'm looking through the history of my family from both sides. Only because of the evil speech. Zohar says 97% of people die physically only from the evil speech and misinformation. So whatever's happening on YouTube right now, this is a total oivashray. There's nothing else I can say. It's total disaster, at the same time blessings. It really depends what you click and what you can start to believe, and what information will penetrate inside your brain, which has nothing to do with you. Your brain, it's just your tool. If you don't know how to use it, it's going to just distract you. Your eyes, your mouth, your ears, everything is your tools. This avatar, if you don't know how to use this machinery, it's going to kill you. It's exactly what's happening. Okay? So I'm going to continue with my videos, and I hope I create kind of opening for all of you. Please send me your questions. I want to know what you think, what kind of questions you have, where you at, what other videos you want me to make, and we can expand on so many levels. But the most important, I'm going to leave you with one thought. You're here for one reason: to understand the truth, who you are. Forget about other people. Other people, they're going through their own dream. Ayinu kicholmim, as we said in the last prayer when we completed Birkat Hamazon. We were dreamers, it says, when final redemption comes. But when final redemption comes, make no mistake, whatever you represent, you say, your business, your status, will be even against you if it's not activated for the goodness. The only thing you will be recognized by vibration of your quantum field, by how much you accept other person. You don't need to agree with me, but to accept and respect is the minimum you should do. Okay? I wish you guys many many blessings, a lot of love. I'm looking forward to communicate with you. All the best. Bye-bye.